Hey, Scully. This is a little story about getting pulled over.
Tell us name on YouTube.
So, a friend of mine is giving me a ride home. His name's Adam, and his sister, Katrina, is sitting in the front seat in front of me. I'm sitting in the back seat. This was an old Acura Integra, so it was kind of beat up. This is Adam's old college car. He had been letting his hair grow out, so he looked all scraggly. And Katrina was just starting college, I believe, so she looked like a bit like a vagabond. She was in that whole first year of college, I have no money mode. And so we're in this car, and we pull around the corner, and we're going on Westheimer. Adam's giving me a ride home. It's late. It's late in the evening. I don't know exactly what time. Pull onto Westheimer, and this unmarked cop car pulls up behind us and hits the lights. I mean, just like this. And Adam pulls over. Now, Adam has a expired sticker on his car. Okay, so we got to do ours next year. So what does Adam do? You know, not being the kind of guy who understands how police work, he wants to get out of the car and distract the cop from the sticker. Bad idea. Anytime. Don't ever do that. So Adam pulls over, and I don't remember if I said anything about don't get out of the car, but what I did was I put my hands up in the back seat because they were shining the spotlight in the back of the car. Now, they don't always do that. Generally, they do it when they're worried about somebody in the back seat. So Adam tells me later that when he got out of the car and looked back, all he saw was a silver ring in front of the cop's face. And I told him that was because the cop was aiming at his head. But anyway, so Adam gets out of the car, and the cop tells him to step back to the car. And the other cop, it turns out there were two of them, comes around to the driver's side of the car. And he looks in, he asked Katrina if she had any ID. She was like, no, I didn't bring my ID. And he didn't ask me, but he did move the seat forward. And so he was obviously very interested in me. Now, let me describe myself at this time. I still had a full head of fire engine red hair that was all scraggly because it was kind of short, but I had been letting it grow out mountain man style. And I had a full beard. And I mean, it was very thick. When my beard grows out, it's like wool. It's like steel wool. It just grows straight out for a very long time before it falls down flat. And it was still in that straight, scraggly out point. I looked like a nutter. Okay, I looked like somebody who was insane. But you got to go through those phases of trying out your beard and the scraggly hair look through your life. But anyway, so that's what I looked like. And this cop was in plain clothes, but he had his badge on his belt, and he was sitting there dealing with his radio for a second while he was really keeping an eye, I believe, on both me and Adam, who was now behind the car talking to the other police officer. So he didn't ask me for ID, and I'm like, I have ID. You have ID? Yeah, I got it right here. So anyway, that cop very carefully and very guardedly takes my ID and goes back to the car and checks it out, and comes back up to the car with Adam, and Adam had been explaining very profusely that I was just trying to distract you from my expired sticker, this kind of thing. And anyway, they brought us back up to the car. He brought back my ID. He's like, man, keep this ID on you, because this ID is the only reason we didn't haul you down to jail. You look like, and let me see if I can get this right, a very bad man. And needless to say, I went and spent some time with my friends that evening. I went home and shaved the beard, and I haven't grown a full beard since. I've been thinking about it, but Natalie's put her foot down and says I look entirely too scary with a beard. So, no beard for Kelly.